Hi guys, how are you doing today? This is D. Durrell with D. Durrell Life Solutions. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day today. I'm going to talk briefly and give an introduction into a series of videos that I will discuss involving YouTube relationships as it involves the dynamic between content creators and their subscribers. In the upcoming weeks, just to kind of get you to understand that I will format videos that will focus on parasocial relationships, the connectivity between subscribers and content creators. We'll talk about the technological advances and tools that are used that allow people to connect with each other. We're going to talk about expectations. Expectations are unrealistic expectations. We're going to talk about how these relationships evolve over time that involves a content creator and a subscriber. Then I've done a lot of research, particularly I will talk about parasocial relationships, and I've done research and looked at different research articles and a lot of relationships that are necessarily not typical relationships or that fall outside of the normal range, as it involves people who idolize or are fixated or who support as a fan to entertainment figures. And particularly in the turn of the 21st century, as social media has evolved and become a powerhouse in media, you can look at content creators almost on the same level as a basketball star, football star, baseball, or even an actor. There are certain content creators who amass a high level of support. They make a lot of money. They make millions of dollars. They're high profile. Some of them get sponsorships. They get commercials. Some have actually gotten to wrestling and other different sports related types of events. Some have even boxed against and did things against professional athletes and have made a substantial amount of money. Within that, we must understand, no matter how big or small the content creator is, it starts with that first video. Now, when that first video begins, the people who watch that video, who can be people from all over the globe, and how these people connect and gravitate to that particular content creator. Now, I want us to understand in my exploration of that dynamic or that relationship of a content creator and subscriber. That's not a one-size-fits-all that relates to that process of how one connects. For some people, it may take one video and they're just locked in. For some, it could be a connection over time. Okay? It can be the mere fact that a content creator read what you wrote in a chat. It could be a situation where a content creator gave you attention, praise, or necessarily criticizing you, that can create an interaction, that can create a quote-unquote parasocial related relationship. So in my series involving the relationship between subscribers and content creators, it will highlight an array of different events and certain circumstances that have occurred over time over my, I would say, 7 years of being a content creator, being in various sectors, and also it would also highlight even earlier my consistency being on YouTube period, which pretty much started in 2014, which basically almost 10 years at this point. Throughout some of the videos, I could also talk and discuss things from my own personal experience, but I also will talk even greater from the perspective of different information and things that have occurred outside of my own content and outside of my own channel. There is a extreme gray area between realism and entertainment and what's not necessarily real. As a content creator, a subscriber can encounter not looking at you as a person outside of your YouTube persona, outside of you as a content creator. There have been high volumes of instances in which content creators will allow people to communicate with them, whether via Discord, text message, by phone, other social media platforms such as Instagram or Facebook phone, also email address, and other different types of Facebook or what other different type of mediums where you can somewhat have a connection with them. There's also call-in shows. Call-in shows, there are plenty of YouTube videos in which people have shows in which is a call-in show. Those call-in shows, you have a call-in number where you can reach that person. You can connect to them more closely over the phone. I have somewhat entertained both. So these are the things that connect people. Also, to me, the most important, where it's actually two important. One is when a content creator creates an event where people can come and visit them, whether it's a conference, whether it's a meet and greet, whether it's some type of educational activity that's going on, whether it's a travel group that meets with someone is having a festival, and also the most important, and also can be the most critical and the one that can actually go in a variety of different directions, you meeting someone on an intimate level. Whether it's you're dating that person, friends with benefits, having a ongoing love affair relationship, or just being good friends personally. These are all things that can evolve from a content creator to a subscriber. Also, within this series, I will also talk about a subscriber who is in that position of viewing and connecting with the content creator, and then that subscriber decides to do content themselves, and they're seen very lightly. They're seen very differently, and even differently by content creators that once knew that they were a subscriber. There's all different types of sectors on YouTube, as which there's certain rules and policy and things that people agree to do culturally within certain sectors. People come together because they have unique understanding, unique interests, and etc. So, and then we can look at the relationship between content creator and other content creators. There is well documented on YouTube that content creators can date, be involved, meet up, become friends, talk offline, etc. and etc. with other content creators, even subscribers. From a mere flirt and shooting your shot in the chat can cause one to get someone's email address and then potentially phone number or some other medium to contact you, and it can blossom into whatever it could. And I want us to understand, a lot of these relationships are very volatile. They can start out very good and they can end very bad. And usually when it ends very bad, it can cause a public display of what that relationship was all about. And it can lead to embarrassment. It can lead to stressful situations. It can also lead to people talking about personable things about themselves that as a viewer, you have no business knowing. So I hope you all enjoyed this video, because this video to me kind of details a lot of the features of a content creator getting to know or having a relationship in some shape or form with a subscriber. But also through that umbrella, it's how relationships are built over time on a social platform, particularly YouTube. Now, for those who are watching, I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you leave comments in the comment section, subscribe, and also share. This is D. Durrell with D. Durrell Life Solutions. Have a great day.